So we'll go into the first of our 3Ks tonight. This is the women's A 3,000 metres. We have Sophie Coltish of Geelong Guild, Amelia Eagling-Every of Essendon, Katie Gamble of Frankston, Lucinda Rourke of Williamstown, Kaya Fry of Frankston, Lauren Cockerell of South Melbourne, Shani Landon of MAC, Bridget Humphrey of Deakin, Esther Keon of Deakin, Gemma Maney of Frankston, Vanessa Wilson of Glenhuntly, Ebony Dodemaid of Western Athletics, Megan Dixon of Chilwell, Stephanie Condigonis of Kilo St Bernard's, Nicolette Lesberg of Mentone, Olivia Hobbs of Geelong Guild, and Heidi Demio of Athletics Chilwell.
Maccabee Athletics Club. I don't know if
Maccabi, there we go, we got
Maccabi,
it.
thank you. I butchered that.
Thanks, Mitch.
No worries, Jimmy.
So our quickest seed time, Gemma Maney, our former Australian representative in the World Cross Country, boasting a best of 9:25.
Yeah, you got a lot of interesting stories in here, Jimmy. As you said, World XC rep in Uganda there for Gemma Maney. You've got Lucinda Rourke, first in the Vic All Schools in the 8 and the 15.
Yeah, Lucinda Rourke, an absolute powerhouse of an athlete.
Haileybury College also.
Oh, you got something to do with Haileybury College, do you, Massini?
You've been talking about Caulfield all night, James.
Yeah,
Can't
why
get you
not?
to
Why
shut
not?
up, mate.
I said it once.
So a couple of other first places in the 3K Vic All Schools as well. Megan Dixon and Ebony Dodemaid in their respective age groups. So Megan being from Chilwell and Ebony being from the mighty Western Athletics.
It's got the future college OSU, Oklahoma State, Heidi Demio. She should be looking to put down a fast time.
Yeah, that's right.
Before she heads over to that collegiate system.
Yeah, Stillwater, Oklahoma. Not much to do but running over there, so I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty more of her in the future. So 9:25, we'll be looking at about 73 seconds through our 400s tonight. And it looks as if Maney has gone right out to the front. Oh, my apologies, Lucinda Rourke. Demio sitting on the outside, but yeah, Gemma Maney's got that beautiful sit in fourth position. So we might see these packs split up relatively quickly as Rourke leads them through. Olivia Hobbs there in second, Demio, then Maney. The Frankston trio, Kaya Fry, Katie Gamble just behind her.
Just bridging the gap there, Kaya Fry. Doesn't want to let him get away early.
Yeah, that's right. It did look like we're going to see a quick split between the two packs. I think we'll see them close back up as they hit the headwind into the back straight.
Probably wanting to conserve as much energy here in the first lap of the 3K. Sort of find your feet, find your spot, find your zone, and they all seem to be doing that pretty well. And finding that nice rhythm as they come through just a touch under 80 seconds for the first lap.
So 80 seconds for those watching at home, that smack on 10-minute pace that these girls are at.
You boys would know from racing 3Ks yourself, it gets a bit rough and tumble in that pack early on.
Yeah, it can early on, especially in some of the races where they don't quite string out. I'm sure we'll see in the men's race after this. Often they string out very quickly and get in a big train, just like these lead girls are now. That makes it a lot easier for all of them.
Thought you were about to say you'd know what it's like running 10-minute pace.
Not quite.
It's not too far off though for me.
That's fast for me.
No, 320s is no slouching whatsoever. So Rourke still leading our girls through.
Given the weather tonight, might be a bit of a opportunity. Just have a good hit out, a bit of a good race, practice some tactics. They are closely bunched, as we can see. They're going through their first 800 in 2 minutes 40, so 10-minute pace. Most girls in this race, so about half the field has a seed time faster than that. So they would be expecting about 2:32 for the couple of leaders going through around 9:30, but the race really isn't set up for that tonight. So we might see a bit of sitting and kicking, a bit of a spread in the pack as the race progresses. Gemma Maney, though, the experienced athlete of the bunch, is running pretty well in third position. I thought that was in first.
Yeah, no, so it's Katie Gamble that's leading the girls through just at the moment. Gemma Maney coming up on the shoulder of Rourke just to sit behind her teammate and maybe take over a little bit of the work. So it'd be great to see the girls working together because we don't have a pacemaker for this, so it does make it a little bit more difficult.
And we're starting to separate a little bit there. Steph Conodonis sort of on the tail end of that front pack. But you're right, Gemma Maney showing her experience here and probably just having that perfect sit, not to do too much work, cover every move. And it looks like she's taken Heidi Demio along on the ride with her.
Yeah, she's tucked in well. Kaya Fry just off that lead pack, and looks as if Esther Keon, the Kiwi, maybe just starting to let that front pack get away. So she's got athletes around her so they can continue to work together. But it does look like we've got that first split at the moment.
Maintaining that 10-minute pace as well, even going a touch underneath. And when it comes down to in the last couple of laps, these front girls can certainly knock a few seconds off that 80-second a lap pace.
Yeah, that's right. I expect we'll see some big moves coming up. You know, Katie Gamble, Gemma Maney, Lucinda Rourke, Demio, Fry and Hobbs, all experienced runners. I saw Katie Gamble have some good runs over the cross-country season this year. She's got herself into good form, and I'm sure she can expect some good times over the track this season.
I'm hearing right now that Katie Gamble first race since a stress fracture, so she's going to come out here and really give it a red hot crack. And she looks extremely comfortable as that pack of 6 is slowly becoming a pack of 5.
Yeah, so it looks as if Hobbs is having to work pretty hard at the moment to try and stay on.
So this is a very, very solid front group of 5 in Rourke, Maney, Gamble, Fry, Demio, all very accomplished runners who have had some outstanding results in state championships over the years.
Yeah, so they've gone through about 5:15 through that mile point. So I'd say over the last couple of laps, they've picked the pace up just ever so slightly, which is probably why we've seen a couple of those girls drop off.
Yeah, the girls in the middle, if they were aiming for around that 10-minute pace, they're probably not too far off it. They've, if anything, maintained their pace, whereas this group towards the front has sort of dropped a few 78s as opposed to those 80-second laps that you will get in the first 2 or 3. Yeah, that Maney does look pretty comfortable out in front.
Amelia Eagling-Every, she's the one kind of leading that chase pack at the moment. Esther Keon wearing the pink singlet on the outside. So that'd be just over that 10-minute pace. So Eagling-Evering, seed time of 10:13. If we can see her keep running the way she is, she'll certainly be on for a PB tonight.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that second group as well, see how they're tracking to hit that 10-minute pace as the front group goes through another lap. Rounding 2K right now, 6:36 or so. So that is that few seconds under. Yeah, probably heading for about a 9:50, give or take, depending on how their last couple of laps are going to go. As the next pack has just come through, around about 6:45. So they need to pick it up a little bit, but a couple of them might get pretty close to that 10-minute mark. So Maney, Rourke, Gamble, Fry, Demio, all still there. Gamble is the one who is tucked in. Rourke is right on the shoulder of Maney, so she's kind of itching to go. She's come more from an 8:15 sort of background. They're a great cross-country runner as well. We've seen a Rourke, a bit of an all-rounder. Maney, definitely a distance runner, having run the World Cross Country Championships in Uganda last year.
No, a couple years ago now.
Years ago.
We're in Aarhus.
So she does come from a endurance background as opposed to Rourke, who has had more experience on the track in recent years. However, Rourke only been 15 years old, doesn't have the experience of Maney. So it will be interesting to see how the last 1.5 laps plays out. But Rourke is itching to go.
Yeah, she certainly is. So with about 600 to go.
We look at someone like Demio as well, though, sitting in 3rd, 4th place the whole way. Just wait. Oh, just as I'm saying that, just going on the shoulder of Maney.
Oh yeah,
sitting in behind Gamble.
Yeah, Demio looking very dangerous. We saw Katie Gamble doing some of the lead before, Gemma Maney as well. Lucinda Rourke doing some of the early leading. So maybe Demio's thinking her turn will be on the last lap.
Katie Gamble wants to go with her.
That's it. So 1 lap to go. 8:30. They'll hit around 9:40, 9:45, probably 9:45 or so for the finishing time. But let's see how the race plays out. Our pack of 5 has grown into 2. Rourke has put the foot down and is bridging a couple of metres over Gamble. Maybe she's just waiting. Maybe she'll have a bit left.
Well, she looks like she's got a bit in her. She's not going to let her get too far away, and this is where you really got to start to chop the distance. She wants all of Rourke here.
Fry and Demio as well, about 20 or 30 metres behind. Demio looks like she's going to get up on Fry's shoulders and move into 3rd position pretty soon, and Maney about another 5 metres behind them, and for everyone else's reference. But up the front, it is Gamble, followed by Rourke about a metre behind. Let's see how last 150 metres plays out, Mitch.
Oh, I think Rourke wants it. She's not going to let her go with this one. But Katie Gamble, she's finding something deep within her to try and hold on to the lead here. But Rourke's going to get on her shoulder. She takes a look around. And Rourke's saying thank you very much for the ride, and I'm going to take it from here. As she comes down to the finish line, great running from both of them. They're going to cross the line here. You're right, Mick. About 9:40. Great run from the pair.
So a second PB there for Rourke. Strong run from Gamble as well. PB from Gamble. Demio, very strong finish just behind Kaya Fry from Frankston. Gemma Maney, very solid run, did most of the leading and comes in around that 9:50, 9:55 mark.
So Shani Landon and McCarvey coming through just over 10 minutes. Should have been looking for that sub-10 mark. Esther Keon and Megan Dixon just crossing the line there, 10:10.
Ebony Donamain from Western Athletics there.
Hobbs just crossing the line now, and Condagonis.
Lauren Cockrell from the South Melbourne passed the line about 5 seconds ago. Just catching up on these names as they come through.
And Vanessa Wilson looks to be rocking a beautiful pair of the Next Percents.
Those quick shoes everyone else is wearing.
Yeah, that's right. Although I wonder how that'd be on the track, especially on a wet night like tonight.
Well, we saw Jack Rayner run the Zatopek last year with the 4%, but had the spike plate in them. Whereas was it Stewie just ran the 4% in the 10K, no spike plate?
Yeah, Stewie just had the 4%ers on, and yeah, Rayner went that little bit extra, got the custom spikes on the sole.
So both can work.
Yep, they certainly can.
Also being a full-time athlete can work as well.